CREWCast. 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 Give it up for the CREWCast!
Allow it's my first time going abroad to yourself.
Allow. That's it. Allow.
Oh, you're so funny with this far back. I haven't been this far back in literally 10 years.
It's the allow.
Oh, this is when I first started deadlifting. It's so funny. It's 130 kilos.
A tashless Mitchell deadlifting. So I need thumbnails for these podcasts, and so I did a deep dive on Mitchell's on his Instagram, and trying to find like a simple picture I could use to like of him having a silly face. Ended up going to the bottom of his Instagram. Now, you know, if you get to the bottom of someone's Instagram feed, you've done deep dive, and I found a tashless Mitch, and he good looking.
No, so he didn't go, into he went 10 years back into
Is that how far back it is?
It nearly is 2016. Like,
Yeah. I encourage everybody now to scroll to the bottom of their Instagram to remember what it. One, to remember what it used to look like, and two, the horrendous filters we all used to use back in the day that were like gritty and like proper, like mad, like it's so easily notable as being edited. But back then it was just like definition max.
wow. The question is, should I shave the tash?
That's it. So I reckon. So what I was saying, so a lot of guys grow beards or facial hair, and it hides the fact like they've got a double chin or no chin, or like it's manly, isn't it? Facial hair makes you look more manly, and then they shave it off, and it's one of those where you're like, oh no.
Yeah, they're fucking ugly as shit.
And they also, some people have it so long that, and obviously say they're a normal person who's just like averagely eating the normal things, maybe getting a little bit plumper, not really paying too much attention, but not realizing they're getting this little double chin going on underneath, and then they shave it off, and they go from jawline to double chin. But now there's nothing you can do about it because you can't glue it back on. Let me finish my thought, because otherwise I'll forget. Right, mate? Right, just stay there a second, bro. Right, I'm just going to get to it. So, whereas most people are enhanced by their facial hair, I think your tash takes away. I think you're a flip reverse.
I know, but
I reckon if you shave it off,
so
you'll be just be like, that's my pussy, that's my pussy, that's my pussy. Oh, look at that, just fill in your pockets, just fill in your pockets.
I got 2 cats, but that's enough. What I was going to do, I was going to shave it. What I can't be bothered for is because on in a weekly basis, I probably see about 100 people.
Yeah,
and I can't be asked for. Oh my god, you shave your tass. Yeah, and that shock factor, I just can't bother for it. Like,
again, I love how patient you are with some stuff, like endless patience, and then you have zero tolerance about something. Like, I'm not doing that because I can't be bothered telling somebody else more than 3 times the same story.
Yeah, I forget I've shaved my tash.
You'll sacrifice looking better because you can't be out.
Yeah, honestly.
With the week of saying, I've had to shave it because.
Well, what I'm doing, the thing is, because what I'm doing right now, I'm growing a mohawk, but with the tash, see in the back. So
yeah, there's a difference between growing a like a mohawk, as in like.
Oh no, yeah.
Are you actually going to grow it out?
No, so what I'm doing is I'm not going to grow out the spikes, but when people got that thing at the back, a little bit of mullet. It's not a mullet though. It's more like something else. But
Ducktail.
I did it before when I had the back. It was too long, so what I'm doing is growing the back but fading it up. So it's like this needs to fill out like that does there.
Yeah.
So, but it doesn't go square. It goes in because it's got a narrow head. So if it goes wide, it just looks silly.
You got Chinese hair though as well, don't you?
I know you told me 10 times, bro.
At the top, it's quite normal, but here is pure Chinese. Like, it's just straight as straight could be.
Oh, it's filling out.
That is like full gay denial hair at the back. It's super straight.
It's just filling out, bro. This is why I shave a tash, because this is what happens. People just stare at me. No, I'm going to grow it with the tash, then flip a coin, and if it lands on a certain thing, I'll shave it. Because I'm going through a transformation at the moment. But
Oh, we got to film that on the worst pain then.
From what?
The flip coin at the end of one episode.
Oh, okay. I'll have a bit of anxiety because I just tash it's locked down now. I only grew up temporary, and then went, oh, I actually quite like it, and then I kept it for like 4 or 5 years.
We'll do a story beforehand where people pick heads or tails for which one it's going to be.
Oh no!
So they get to pick the heads or tails, and then we'll do the flip on the episode.
It gives me anxiety because I've had it for so long.
In fact, on this episode, in the comment section, if you're on YouTube, heads or tails in the comment section. Pick you one now, and the most one, that can be the start.
If I shave it, I will do it on the camera. But
Oh,
I'm gonna lose
yes.
about. I'm probably gonna look from 18.
Yeah. Oh,
I should-
100%.
I should-
100%.
I look just about 19.
We'll leave your little poets.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'll keep
Like,
shaving them.
you can shave that bit off, but you leave this little lip bit here.
Oh man,
Do it.
I don't know, man.
You can grow it back in 3
I can grow
weeks.
it back. Imagine me saying now, shave your beard.
Yeah, I know. And I thought about that. I actually had a thought about this the other day. Like, what if something happened where you had to shave your beard? And I thought, wonder what is underneath there.
Yes. So going back to the beard thing, this is what people do. These ugly ass people, yeah,
Yeah.
grow a beard and then they'll push it out to make their jawline thicker. Like you said, you think, oh, he looks quite intimidating when he wears a hoodie. Like he looks like a big lad. But then you realise when he shaves off that fucking beard, it looks like a testicle. You're like, what the fuck? And you're like, oh, I was actually intimidated by an illusion because his
Yeah.
jawline looked like and he looked like he had a chin.
Yeah.
So that's why I respect lads who can't grow beards, like me.
just raw dogging it in the real
Yeah,
world,
yeah,
not
yeah,
hiding
yeah.
anything. Transparent.
Like when lads try and think that, I don't know, it's these fat guys, yeah, who lift a little bit of weight, and then they grow a beard, and then they wear a t-shirt that says, what's it say? Only ways Valhalla.
I reckon there's probably more people who look like Vikings and wear Viking material than there are actual real Vikings
Yeah.
still
Well,
around.
apparently Vikings weren't even that big. I did some research.
Oh, yeah, and they never had horns on their helmets either.
Oh, did
That's
not?
a cartoonized thing,
It's
yeah.
annoying because you thought, yeah, look badass. And you realise I'm actually all this bunch of feminine.
They were clever, though. They were very clever. But obviously, there was travel over oceans, take over other lands when they landed there. They were vicious.
And
They fought like...
Do you remember that scene where they carried that
Demons.
boat over that fucking island?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
They did shit like that. They
Did they?
really did shit like that, yeah. And they also were really good at like the farming of the land, like being able to create crops where people hadn't and stuff like that. They were very versatile. They were clever. If you look into them,
Oh, because they're farmers.
they're
weren't
way
they? Yeah.
more than just these like raiding barbaric tribe. They're really quite clever.
I always think about this though. Do you know, like back in the day when you obviously you never had a shower, you never washed, and you don't wash your dick and all that stuff. And
Oh yeah.
I just think like that must be some dirty ass sex, man. Like between two of them, just thinking,
Just disease
like-
ridden.
like, you know, when, like let's say you're I don't know 20 days in fighting the war, and then you go and get laid by some and like you just like what she has to go through.
I mean, if you do a quick research into it, back in Victorian times, with the big houses where it was like the upper classes, whatever, and you get like the kings and things like that. They obviously hold massive balls and all stuff like that. There's some things you don't think of, but when you get a lot of people in a place like that, you also get a lot of poop, and you get a lot of pee because these people got to relieve themselves through the parties. So where did that go? There was no drainage systems at the time. There was no.
That's out the window, bro.
They would literally, obviously, wherever in the higher classes, it would be like a drop hole or whatever it is. But
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
mountains of turd that these houses would develop, what they would do is these rich people would have multiple residences.
Yeah.
So they would fill one up with crap and turd and everything. Then they'd move and go live at the other one for a bit, whilst the other one, all the servants had to literally clean and clear all the shit out and go and dump it somewhere else. So the level of disease that was probably running around rampant back then must have been insane.
I just don't think we're from this planet. Like, I mean, we have to shit without toilet roll back in the day.
But imagine pooping so much you had to move.
Yeah, I know. It's disgusting. I actually just think, how the fuck do we even function?
Oh, wow. Good start off with some amazing tangents. Welcome to another CREWCast episode.
Yes.
Um,
Intro last, stories first.
Let's cut this bit in at the beginning now. Okay, I'm just going to cut this bit in now, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the CREWCast. If you are new here, I am Lex. This is Mitchell. We work together on a Worst Pain series, which you can also find on my YouTube channel. You will also find this podcast, obviously now is on Spotify and all over avenues of audio and video technology. We're across the board, but we are also on my main YouTube channel now, whereas it was on its own channel. I've brought it into the family, into the main channel. So yeah, you can watch us on here week to week, aiming for Monday release. Every Monday you should get an episode, and yeah, enjoy this one. Okay, then I cut this back into the beginning of the thing and go. So what we're talking about today then. Now, I think it's going to be about overcoming adversity. Now, what possible example could we have if only somebody over the weekend had attempted to climb 3 mountainous peaks with zero preparation? Oh,
No.
hello, sir.
No, it wasn't that. I'm fit as fuck, yeah. Like, I'm physically fit. Like, I run, I lift, and I have turmeric tea bags, anti-inflammatory.
I'm beginning to think
Ashwagandha as
that
well.
you're actually not fit at all.
Well, let me explain the
but
story.
really, 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 really stubborn.
No.
So you just refuse to quit on
If
anything.
people find me on social media, which a lot of you don't, I hike a lot. But I've never done 3 peaks before, okay? So the worst thing I could think about was needing a shit. Yeah.
That was your only
Yeah, I was
like,
thinking,
prep.
what, I need a fucking shit. So I took some toilet roll, but I didn't really want to do it. But anyway, let me explain the story.
Well, explain what the 3 peaks are to people that might not know.
Okay, so it's not the big peaks, it's the Welsh 3 peaks. And like you do Snowdon, Cadder, and Penny Fan. But they're not hard, you just got to crack on.
I disagree. I think they are quite challenging.
Nah, I don't know.
You can pick different routes, obviously, as well. But
I've-
there's no way you can't call that
No, I don't think they're hard. Like, because I've done it quite a lot. But the only thing what made it hard,
pace.
I blew my fucking knee out. That's what made it hard.
What are you trying to do 3 in a day there? 24 hours?
12 hours.
12 hours, the 3.
3 peaks, yeah. It's not that, like, so basically, it looks challenging, but you do Snowdon first.
Yeah.
So let me explain the story, because this is actually fucking annoying, and it broke me. So we decided to leave the day before to be proactive.
Yeah.
Josh organised the hostels. So we'll rock up on Friday about 8, 9 p.m. Okay. So we can sleep, get up early and go and have some good night's sleep. And, there's no rushing around to get there.
Good
And
plan.
everything's set. We rock up. Bear in mind, obviously, we have to pick everyone up all around West Midlands. So it takes a bit of time. So it's not just straight to Snowdon. It's like going all around. So now we're like, we rock up. It's like 9:30. Yeah. Get all our stuff. There's 9 of us. We go to the accommodation. Fuck you, by the way. You'll know why in a minute. We rock up. We go to her. Hello, can we book in? We've got 2 rooms available. We pre-booked them months ago. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then she's there going, okay. And then now she's like talking between her and her employee. All you hear is whispers. And then I'm going, oh, fuck. And then she literally goes, right, just want to apologise. We messed up on our end. Yeah. Basically, we can only accommodate half of you because one of the rooms we've sort of gave it away because there's some issue on our end. We're like, are you fucking serious? Yeah.
What?
The hotel is right outside Snowdon. All right. So everyone knows what it is. Fuck you. So basically, we're all there like, what the fuck? Like, what do we do? Because it's fucking near 10 o'clock. Where are we supposed to go? She says, we can accommodate you guys elsewhere, but in Conway. Conway is like 45 minutes away.
Really?
From the fucking mountain, yeah? Bear in mind now, it's like 10 to 10 now. We're like, what? Are you fucking serious? And we're all panicking. She goes, how about we have some free drinks? So I was like, what the fuck?
No.
You can't just stop something like that. Then we just said, come in to sleep in the spare room. There's not like anything we can sleep in, like a reception. Because we said we're going early. They said, nah, health and safety, that bollocks shit. Anyway, so everyone's there stressing. I said, right, problem, solution. So there's a fucking problem. Fuck complaining about it. Let's try and find a solution. I said to her, if you can accommodate half of us now, the other 5 of us, if we fuck off, can we go to Conway? Yes, cool. So I said, so the lads decided the oldest will stay here because we were a bunch of 40-year-olds and then was below 30. So the young lad said, fuck it, we'll go. We got in the minibus, drove. What was funny was we went back to the minibus that was meant to take us all around the peaks. We left the fucking lights on. So if we didn't go back to that, we'd have woke up with the battery dead on the minibus.
So
yeah, it's
silver
constant.
linings. Yeah.
Still fuck that hotel. Yeah, but basically, then we drive 45 minutes to this new place, check in. It's now about 11:30, yeah, 11:45. We gotta go up at fucking 5. And we said to the person, he goes, oh, we check in, he goes, right guys, just let you know, we got to crack up by 10. I said, mate, we'll be gone in a few hours. Sleep. I didn't bring any fucking shower gels. I thought, you know what? I actually won't overpack because they probably supply shower gel in the shower. Did they fuck?
No.
So
When did they stop doing that?
it just pissed me off. So I have the shower, we get up, and then obviously we're getting up at 4. I brought my NutriBullet because what I said to myself was, Mitchell, if you meal prep for this, you haven't got to eat shit. Do you know what I mean? Like shitty
You didn't
sandwiches.
bring shower gel, we brought a NutriBullet.
Yeah, I brought the NutriBullet, had all my shake in there, chin that, And then I had a 501 bar, and I couldn't fucking shit. It's pissing me off. No one there could have a poo. It's like 4 a.m. We're all there, backed up. And I'm sat there going, I'm going to need shit at the top of the mountain. I'm going to need shit at the top of the mountain. So anyway, we set off. This is funny. We drive back to the hotel, which is outside Snowdon, because half was already there.
Oh, the one that originally you were meant to be at, yeah.
In Wales, yeah. Just get a fucking satellite and put it above Wales, because there's no signal. But there's no signal in fucking Wales. So we get to the hotel, waiting in the reception room. We can't fucking find them, yeah? They are 10 metres down the other side waiting for us. So half an hour's gone already, yeah? So we're just like fucking stressed going, for fuck's sake. But anyway, then we eventually start the trip. And then we walk up Snowdon. We get up there in 2 hours, 5 minutes. It's actually, I'm at the front. I'm like, you know what? This is easy.
Yeah.
This is my ego. Yeah. I'm like, this is actually bish bash bosh. This is the hardest one. Then we get down. Boom. What happens is the lateral side of my knee, the ligament starts to feel a bit achy. And I'm going, oh shit. So then I get in the minibus, bro, thinking, right, it might calm down. We've got an hour and a half to the next one.
Yeah. So you've already done. Are you started
Just
now?
in the Snowdon. We finished Snowdon.
You've done
now.
Snowdon?
Yeah. We just come down.
Is that the toughest of the three you were going to do that day?
Apparently, but it's
Right.
not. Because this is what's about to happen. I'm in the van. Again, I'm taking a 501 bar, trying to have a poo, but it isn't coming out. Everyone's doing this, bro. No one can shit. It's weird. Something in the Welsh
Did
air.
nobody think to have coffees?
Yeah. No, we tried everything, but what it was is because we got up so early, our digestive system was like, nah, mate, not happening now.
Yeah.
We'll wait till 9 o'clock. That's when we'll have a poo, as you all know now. So, basically, so then we get to, honestly, then we get to this fucking peak, yeah? I then go, right, cool, let's go. And I think, right, the knee pain might disappear. As I start walking up, every step I'm going, ow, ow, ow. I'm going, what the fuck is wrong with my knee? To a point now where I'm now locking my knee out because I have to, like, I can't bend it. It's hurting that bad.
Jeez, Mike, you're crazy.
That's
Try and keep it like.
It's because it's resting on my gut.
There you go.
So then I start walking up this mountain. Every time I lift my leg and take my foot off, it hurt like a shooting pain. I was going, fuck.
What,
And
like up the outer lateral side?
lateral side of the knee was just like shooting and it radiated down the leg.
Oh,
I was going, oh my God.
that's not good.
Cadder, I would tell you now, is the hardest one. Why? It's not the tallest, but the reason why it's the hardest,
Navigate.
because it's just uphill. There is no flat. It's just uphill, straight up. Incline.
Is it a bit of a
incline,
scramble?
So,
Or is it
no,
like-
it's just
it's a trail?
incline. It's like doing it lunge,
yeah,
all
that-
the time, yeah?
This is what people don't understand, right? When you're doing these incline walks, oh, it's just a little walk up. But if you're at a constant incline,
Yeah.
which changes all the mechanics of how you walk, all the displacement of your weight changes, everything, and there's suddenly a load of stress on muscles that aren't getting used
Yeah. And you're...
out of nowhere.
You are, there's no break, and the thing is, my knee starts to hurt, and because we're racing time, no one wants to stop. So now I start flagging, and the guy who's last, he was my, if he passes
got back,
me,
you're done.
I am
Yeah.
done. Yeah, he just passes me because I'm slowing down now. 'Cause my knee's killing me. I'm limping, and then I am now getting stressed. I'm getting pissed off. I'm getting inside my own head. I'm calling myself a little bitch. I'm fucking annoyed because I'm like, because you're physically fine, but the knee is fucked. As in, like my
Yeah.
cardiovascular's fine, everything's fine, my strength's there. But it starts to eat at me and eat at me and eat at me. Okay? So then you eventually get to the top, all right? I'm obviously 10 minutes, 15 minutes behind, but I'm in pain. Every step I'm in pain. Get to the top, get a quick photo. I literally said, right, let's get the fuck off this mountain, yeah? But what I didn't realise is coming down was worse because I had to keep landing on that knee.
Yep.
But they decided to go up and over. If you've been up and over, Caddy, you understand how it looks. Going up it one way and coming down is a route. Coming down it is just a scramble now. There's slate everywhere. You're sliding all over the shop. I'm there like...
Because you're coming a different way down to
Yeah,
where you
we're
went
going
up.
up and over. So I'm there going down, and I'm in so much pain. Everyone slowly starts to break up from me because they all start to get down this mountain. I'm looking at it like, I fucking hate myself. So now what's going on is I'm
Frustration.
physically exhausted. I actually felt sick because I was in that much pain. My mentality is disappearing now. I'm getting emotional. It's all breaking. And I'm getting really nasty towards myself, thinking I'm fucking
Yeah, calling yourself
pussy. Yeah, you get
loser,
me fragile. Yeah. And then I'm going over all the lists of things in my life that I just am just used to. Like, bro, get migraines. Can't fucking walk on my knee because it's hurting. Can't have Voltarol because I'm allergic to it.
Yeah, see how easy it is
Yeah.
to fall into these negative pits.
It's really good.
Reason is as well because it's no energy to do that either.
Yeah.
There's zero energy to just think hateful thoughts.
So this is what's happening. I'm actually learning a lot about myself. Going, fucking hell, I've actually just lost my head. I haven't lost my head like this in ages, because everything's just pain. Pain will obviously expose everything about you.
Yeah.
And then I'm walking down. What's funny is I get to the bottom, and they're all waiting for me, about 8 of them. And Henry goes to me, "You look so pissed off." I went, "Bro, don't." Because I can have a banter, but this time I was finished.
Yeah.
And I was quiet. They all walked off.
You still got a peak to go at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what was funny was, because I got such a fucking pea head and my ears stick out, yeah, when I put a hat on, it creates an air pocket for my ears underneath it, yeah? So I'm walking off the mountain, like, thank fuck for that, realising now it's another hour to get to the fucking van because we walked up and over.
Oh, yeah.
So now I'm walking.
An hour just to get back to the van?
Yeah, because you
Whose
walk...
dumb idea was it to go up and over?
I ain't gonna say. So anyway, then we're walking. Luckily, one of the lads, Josh, is hanging back with me. We're walking in silence. I'm not annoyed.
Yeah.
I'm just exhausted. I'm actually focusing on every step. And then they gave me these 2 sticks. Oh, they're sick, the trekking sticks.
Oh, yeah, the walking sticks.
You think they're for pussies? They're actually really good for people who are injured because you can counterbalance yourself as you're walking. Then I'm walking. I'm starting to like think, right, just get to the end. I'm calming down, and then out of nowhere, this wind blows my hat off. So I'm like, fucking fuck. Yeah. So I'm walking over with this peg leg. It's so hard to get down. Pick up the fucking hat, pull it on my head. And then I'm like, oh, I'm finished here.
Yeah.
What's hilarious though is I've got sort of sciatica on my right hand side. So every time I hinge, it hurts. So I've been doing a lot of, backing off from heavy lifting and that stuff and looking after this side.
Yeah, this is probably the worst time to have to do this 3
My
peaks
left
thing.
knee blew out, so I put all my weight on my right hand. I was like going, fuck's sake. So that's why when a hat blew off, it really hurt to get down because my right leg was fucked.
What was the air pocket thing about?
That's the hat blew off.
Oh, the hat blew off.
So when I put the
Got you.
hat on my head, it's like air can get up.
Got you.
Because my ears stick out, yeah, and it blew up off my head. That's why I hate it on a pea head. It's so annoying.
I've got a peanut head. Mine goes in.
Oh.
And then comes obviously jaw comes back out. So mine, if you look at it, is actually a bit like a peanut.
Yeah.
So that's why I can fit in like all my motorbike helmets.
Yeah.
Are a small, which is normally held aside for like women and 12-year-old kids. But my head fits in a small because this little pocket here that dips in.
Oh, okay,
will squeeze into the side profile of the small helmets, but I can't go into a medium because then there's too much of a gap.
Yeah,
so I have to suffer the small and break it in over a few weeks with a couple of headaches, and then I'm all right.
All you out there with fucking PNs, we feel your pain. Okay.
We're Gumba.
Yeah,
Gumbas.
it's annoying. It's really annoying that you can't put a hat on because you have to fucking pull the thing so tight. But anyway, so we get back to the minibus. I was that stressed, yeah. I just had a shower with the water bottle, took my hat off, and then I just poured the water over my head, back on the van. So I was literally like, fuck this shit. We're on the van, and then basically we're going to Penny Fan. It's 2 hours, 40 minutes away, so fucking rest. Strap my knee up this time because someone had a first aid kit. Fuck for that.
Oh, I was lucky.
Okay, because this humbled the hell out of me. Because what was interestingly, I said at the start, I don't need no sticks in no pussy. I don't need no first aid kit because I don't need it. Now I've got a first aid kit. I got knee wrapped up. I've got these 2 sticks, yeah, and I'm last. So they run away to Penny Fan, chilling, recovering, getting some hydration, eating. Still can't have a shit.
That's the thing. They're enjoying themselves, and you're like, I'm fucking miserable.
Yeah,
they're all enjoying themselves. This sucks.
So fucking
more
annoying.
compounding of negativity.
So then we get to Penny Fan, and they're all saying to me, because I haven't done these other 2. Someone says to me, listen, Penny Fan's actually the easiest one. It's easy. It's like a walk up there. A lot of people do it. It's a family walk. I thought, sick. Start walking up. They're gone now. They pace past me. I'm walking, and I'm starting to feel the pain. But it's not as bad. I'm like, you know what? It's just fine. I can handle this. I'm starting to feel a bit better now. The sun is setting. I'm taking it all in. Henry's back with me. We're having a good chat. It's just a beautiful walk now. I'm actually calmed down. We now get up this last little bit, thinking this is the top, and it's fucking. We're like, where is everyone? And now what happens is when you hit that peak is the storm kicks in. It's nighttime. You can't see anything. You just got your torch.
The storm just rolled in out of nowhere, like all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's one of those where, when you go 3 meters climb and then the wind.
You just hit the level.
Yeah, so we're here and it's nighttime, so it just makes everything 10 times worse. You can't see anything and the wind's that powerful. If you look at the moon, it looks like the moon's blinking at you because the clouds are going.
Oh Jesus!
It was quite intense, to be fair. So I've got these 2 sticks bandaged up knee, hobbling. I'm like, yes, we're at the top. And then we're like, where the fuck are they all? And then all you see out of nowhere is like, it's quite cool. It looks like Halo. This light comes out of nowhere, going fast. We're like, yo, and it's Josh. He's like, so we're here. He goes, Nah. it's like a mile that way.
Oh my God.
Well, for fuck's sake. So we're walking, we get there, get a stupid ass picture. I was done, I couldn't be arsed. I was like, fucking, okay, let's get off this mountain now. Then obviously the rest of them fucked off, which is fair because they were hanging about and it's freezing up there. You can't actually wait for someone up there, it's too cold. Then obviously it's me, Henry, Adam, and Josh are now walking. But Josh is good because he's got his light and he's just shining the floor for me so I can see the rocks. Because if the path is flat, incline or decline, it's fine. It's when there's a rock and I have to kick it, end up kicking it to step over it. It hurts my leg even more. But we're walking. I'm thinking, yes, it's getting down is going to take us about 45 minutes and we're done.
Yeah.
Then we're walking. And all you hear is one of them goes, I swear this is the wrong way. I was like, we're like, no, bro, there's only one path. He goes, nah, I swear this is the wrong way. And we're like, we've got the map up, but there's no signal in fucking Wales, is there? So we're looking at some weird map and we just go, I literally went, I swear it's right. So we just turn right and cut up this grass, walk up this hill, thinking where, it's like in the forest. Then you end up walking around in a circle.
Yeah.
You
Blair Witched it.
Yeah, so what happened was we're walking. Then we're walking. I'm going, lads, where the fuck are we? And then literally one goes, oh, well, this is where we're walking, and this was the right path. For some reason, we turned right, and now we're here. So now we're about an hour off course, yeah? It's freezing. My knee's bad because I'm walking back downhill. And out of nowhere, there's just another peak. We did 4 peaks. Because we're already high enough to hit this extra peak. It's next to it. So we end up walking over that and back down. And then walking. And then out of nowhere, because everyone's getting tired now. So everyone's getting a bit faster and I'm drifting behind.
Yeah.
Pain's kicking in even worse.
So you're on your own now, yeah?
I'm on my own. And then I start going
What are you
again.
doing for light?
Huh?
What are you doing for light?
I had a head torch. He gave me a head. Josh gave me his head torch, which was amazing. I was like, oh, this is amazing. And then Josh just runs off. And I'm like, Henry, where the fuck's Josh? He goes, don't know. But Josh bought this apple pie to celebrate. And I kept saying, it's probably in the fucking grass away in the apple pie and stuff. But anyway, it disappears. They're now walking ahead of me. I'm like, slowly getting depressed again because I'm in pain and we're lost. And my hands are getting cold now because I'm holding these sticks. And then this minibus comes out of nowhere and we're like,
He runs the bus.
and I'm like, oh my God. And we get to, this is like 14 hours in. Yeah.
Jesus.
So we get to this minibus, yeah. I got on the minibus, everyone's on there. And I literally went, fuck hiking, man. I'm done with this shit. Get me fucking home, man. And yeah, so...
Hang on, so was this just a personal thing or was it for anything? Was it for no charity thing, just...
This is my conclusion, yeah. Because the next day was Sunday. You ever had a bath after doing something like that is fucking a godsend. But I was really depressed because I felt empty. I felt everything was like spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically exhausted. But it's so funny because it actually wasn't the peaks. It was because of my pain and because I was so everything was exhausted. All my tanks were gone, and I was just really negative. And I didn't speak to anyone all day. Okay, everyone messaged me. I didn't see it. Ignored everyone. And just zoned out. I went to bed, woke up, and I just did fuck all really. Completely just chilled out. But Monday, I woke up for work and I was still depressed. So I was that depressed. I booked in a therapy.
See how far forward it can go.
Yeah.
How far forward it carries without even knowing.
I was just spent. So I actually booked in a therapy session with my therapist. And what it was, this was really good.
That's good, because I've tried booking therapy sessions before at like the local cafe and they don't take it.
So, long story short, I have a therapist who's more of a coach now, and because I do a lot of
She's
work.
spiritual though as well,
Yeah.
which is different to most.
I do a lot of work with other people, but without her, I wouldn't be able to do what I do now for other people. Do you know what I mean? She's taught me a lot. So I always check in with it. And I thought, what, this is important now, because when you experience these lows, it's to recognise it and then go seek. So I thought, right, I need to go and speak to someone because I'm really not okay. Because it's all past now, but I'm still feeling this low. But anyway, we discussed it. So that was the funny story now. This is the serious point now. So we're talking about it, and she just says, it's because you were in your ego, and it's silly because what you did, you didn't know yourself. Knowing yourself wouldn't have carried on because you're in pain. And there's a different type of pain when it comes to getting something done for a marathon and running and finishing it. That's okay pain, but you're actually damaging yourself the more you go on. And she's saying about this is the thing, we will congratulate someone who goes through such silly things and make it so special, but it's so silly. It's like David Goggins, who when he started running and he fucked up his legs and he carried on running because no matter what, but end of the day, it's silly because you're actually damaging yourself. You're ruining your joints. You're ruining everything in yourself just to hit a goal which has no purpose.
Yeah, so you're damaging all that for a singularity,
Yeah.
ignoring the follow-through effect that's going to come from that. So, yes, you might get the joy from that singular success, but what are you risking
Yeah.
to get that one?
It's silly, and you sit there going, "Yeah, actually, I don't know myself because I carried on going and made myself worse." And when I could have gone, "Lads, you know what? I'm going to sit this last one out. No, can't. I'll just come back another day and do it on my own."
Yeah.
Because I'm going to self harm myself to hit something that is so pointless. This is where ego comes into it. It's like, if what you're doing is actually damaging yourself, then it shouldn't be rewarded because you're not knowing yourself. You need to know you. And just what therapist talking about, she goes, your whole lesson that time was 1, to surrender, 2, to get out your ego, and 3, to accept help. I struggled to accept help. People were like, "Do you want some sticks?" I was like, "Nah." I was so annoyed with myself. I just didn't want any help, and I started going, "This is my weakness."
Also, sometimes you're like, well, I also don't want to be an encumberment to other people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to let my weakness
Yeah.
encroach on their enjoyment. So you're almost, in a selfless way, putting yourself in more pain
Yeah.
so that you're not a burden to somebody else.
This is it, and it's not allowing yourself to be vulnerable. And vulnerable is actually okay because you're letting yourself admit to yourself you're not okay and accept help. Because, for example, if you give so much to people, then you need to learn how to accept it as well from other people. And this was my lesson. I sat there going, yeah. And then what I've done now is normally I'll go back to the gym and train hard, but I've actually said, no, Mitchell, know yourself and look after yourself. So all I've done now is just done a complete surrender. I haven't trained. I've ate well. I've slept good and looked after myself, and I feel so much better now.
Yeah.
But what I've done, which is
But how hard was that for the first few days after?
Yeah.
To sit and do nothing, not feel like you're a pussy or you're
Yeah,
going
yeah.
backwards. You know, there's so many ways you can look at it, but you've got to sit in those few days going, this is for the greater good.
Yes.
Sit back. You can still be active, like move, so you don't feel like an absolute sloth. But yeah, you've got to sometimes take a step back. And you've taught me a lot of that, especially because when we've obviously worked on my body a lot over the worst pains, as much as we do it for the comedy value of you hitting pain spots that we know are going to be funny, there is an overall greater good coming from all of it. And that is the fact that my body has now been aligned better. I've learned real weaknesses that I was compensating for that have now, by focusing and pulling back and only working within a range that I'm actually really capable of, rather than what my ego knows I can shift rather than lift, especially in certain movements. Like on squats and things like that, I've literally gone back to putting 10 aside on the bar, whereas I can muscle up 130 kilos, up to 130 kilos. But all I'm doing is creating more problems and more damage for that one moment. What? Because I'm in front of other people and I don't want to get under a light bar. Why?
Yeah.
Because I could lift that light bar for the next 4 months and get more improvements and more gains than any benefit I'm going to get from ego boosting myself around other people who really, do they really matter what they think of me? And if they think less of me for going back and working hard within a range that looks weak, are they really people I should have in my life or around me anyway?
Yeah, and that's literally maturing in life. Is the whole point. The first lesson in life is to know self, and all you're doing now is learning self. That's what I'm doing now, is learning self in a different way, more in a physical way of going, whoa, you're actually physically not okay.
Yeah.
Take a fucking step back. And it's good for people to hear this, because this is why I've had so I've never had any injuries up till this year. It's the most injuries I've ever had, and it's because it's life is trying to say to me, know thyself. Like, Mitchell, you fucking not recognizing you're actually self-harming, and then you end up getting an injury, and then people trying to go through it and think, oh, I feel a bit better now, and go through it. And this is why you end up like how you are.
Also, you've got to think as well, our outlet is physicality.
Yeah.
Like, so we get, not only do we get enjoyment from it, but we are actually creating progression. It's not just something we're doing like as a hobby, like, you know, chess or something like that. Yeah, we do it in the same way that we enjoy it, but we also are getting a physical benefit from it. So all of a sudden, when we get hurt and can't do that, we're taking away a massive, to us, it seems like a massive part of our enjoyment, and the way we express ourselves is suddenly taken away. Because the physicality is our expression. That's how we do express ourselves, you know, by creating progression, by going to these things and doing well. But you can get that same love and that same feeling if you just flip your mentality on the way you look at something. So one of the big things for me is finding an error. Like, a lot of people see that as a weakness or a problem. For me, if you can find an error, fucking brilliant, because now there's something we can focus on changing and making better. And you know, the moment you do, you're going to get progression in a positive way. So by finding that thing that you first of all thought was a negative, it's actually a massive positive.
Yeah, yeah. Well, a great thing. Well, my coach said that Reese. He goes, when I was injured, this is one to look at. Is yes, like you didn't like if you take, I don't know, a month off from something, you didn't build all those gains in a month. So you're gonna lose them all, and then also, basically, rather take that month off now, yeah, and heal, than carry on and then injure yourself properly. And you
Yeah.
can't do it you can't do it again ever. That's it. So, or what I've been doing now is completely learning more about myself. Rest and renewal is powerful, and just taking a step back. And it's hard because it's like saying to someone who drinks and the whole social life is around drinking, you're saying, just don't drink. It's killing you. And you're like, but my whole life's around this, and that's
Yeah.
the battle then. But it's to, you can get these little parts of like, oh, I want to get back in, I want to get back to it, but you just got to say no. Listen to your body. Your body you'll be rewarded for this, and that's what's happening. My knee's better now, a little bit inflamed, but the best thing I did though, I've had a bath every day for the past 3 days. Oh my
Do you not
god!
feel like a sloth when you're out of the bath, though?
No, I do it before bed. Sleep.
I was
well.
going to say that's perfect.
Do it before bed, man.
Well, do you know what that is?
The temperature drop, isn't it?
Your core temperature.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
when
yeah,
you raise, if you raise your external body heat up, your core temperature will drop. And for us, a mechanism of sleep is our body reducing our core temperature. So you're actually helping force that. That's why it's not wise to have a bath in the middle of the day.
I can
or in the
imagine
morning.
doing that.
So you know what some people do?
Yeah,
They'll come back and be like, I'm aching. Or they'll wake up, I'm aching. Right, I'll just have a bath this morning. No, you're going to sloth your
Yeah,
day
it's
up.
hard, isn't it?
Jesus.
Because I've did it. To be fair, I did a little bit of a case study. I don't know. The thing is, I've mixed them together. So I don't know which one's working. I took the ashwagandha and turmeric tea bags every night, and a peppermint tea. But I've also had a bath. I've slept hard, bro. But now I don't know which one it is. Do you know what I mean? It's complicated.
I'd say the bath would be the biggest one.
Come in. So what I normally do before bed is have a bath. Come out of bath. I'll read for a bit and then meditate before bed. But in my meditations, I'm falling asleep because my temperature is like fucking so fucked. But yeah, like I say after that trip, the biggest lesson for me was, know thyself, and you didn't know yourself on that mountain. You still persevered, and you were self-harming yourself. And this is what people do. You have to, like, people. Why do we congratulate someone who gets through something whilst with a broken leg? How about you say, brother, you fucking idiot, you should stop. What's the point? That's your
Yeah.
ego. Like, because great, actually, my client told me, because I explained the story to her. She said there was a gymnast who, so when you do the what's it? When they do all the crazy flips on the bars and stuff like that.
The two parallel bar things.
Yeah, but they said she couldn't see, her vision wasn't right, so she said she took a step back and she quit that time, because if you miss something, you can kill
Oh,
yourself.
yeah. Well, it's not a happy ending,
Paralyzed
is it?
life, yeah.
These things.
So she said, no, I'm not doing it, and everyone thought she was a coward and blatantly said she's milking her mental health and stuff, but she knew herself. Then people didn't, so she said, no, actually, my ego wants to, but my heart says no, and she didn't do that. She followed the heart.
Yeah.
Everyone fucking gave her a shit time. 2 years later, she fucking won, smashed it.
There you go.
Because she took that break. Where imagine me if I said, oh, let's just do this last little peak, and actually fucked my knee up for good. Now
Yeah, imagine that. Yeah, imagine.
But luckily,
Imagine
fortunately,
you've torn a ligament
Yeah.
on something serious.
fortunately, though, my knee's okay. But this time, the test, it will come again. This knee might flare up again and go to no self.
Yeah.
But it's to recognise it in that moment. But yeah, it's a roller coaster of emotions, but I feel a lot better now.
But this is another reason as well why you should get out your comfort zone and try other things, because it will open you up like a book to show your weaknesses.
Yeah.
Because we all walk around going, I've nailed this now, I've got it.
Yeah.
And okay, let's drop you into this different scenario you're not used to day to day. And it all starts to peel apart. And so you only get stronger by testing yourself in these situations anyway.
100%.
But you only get stronger if you're sensible enough to realize what you need to change to make yourself stronger. So that is a good analogy.
I'll
for
say,
it. Yeah.
if you really want to test your character, put yourself through something that requires a lot of resilience. Then also to recognise, like you said, shit.
Yeah.
Actually, no, this is not good for me. Because people, their egos just, especially lads, masculine, just persevere.
That's what I was going to say. So you brought up Goggins, and as much as I can take away a lot of positives from him and what he says, when I watch him, I just think you're an idiot, because in about 5 or 10 years, he's going to be absolutely crippled. And I don't mean that in a joking way. I mean, he's physically going to be crippled. He's currently running bone on bone.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. His knees, you can go on Google, just type in David Goggins knee x-rays. He shouldn't even be able to run.
He's got no all cartilage gone then.
It's bone on bone, and he has nails
Yeah.
and pins in there holding shit together that are also grinding. He can feel them. He says he can feel the pins in his knee. I think he's been operated on once or twice already. I don't know. That might not be true. I think he has, and that's why. Well, obviously he's had something done because the pins are in there. But I don't know if it was a direct thing for his knee. But he's super extreme. But that was his facilitation of getting out of where he was, and obviously it has made him a very successful life, which is nice because it means when he does fall to pieces, he's still going to have everything he needs to be okay. But a lot of people aren't in his position where they have earned a lot of money from that stubbornness, and they end up just grinding themselves down and then being left in this depressive hole because now they can't do what they love and they hate the rest of their life.
That's it. Yeah.
So I think one of the biggest things that you can do, like we've said, is, and like you said, you've never been more injured than you have this year. That is probably part of you pushing and pushing and pushing through and ignoring these little warning signs that come along. And then what happens is, and this is the problem, especially in training, whether you're a high athletic level or whether you're just lifting in the gym, you will get compounded issues that are not an acute reaction. So by that, I mean, it won't hurt you in the moment, but you keep moving and doing the same thing that is causing this slight aggravation. A year down the line, something goes pop.
Yeah.
And like you said, this year, so all of your things have come to fruition at the same time, which makes sense because you've been doing the same training for quite a long period of time now, and you've probably pushed through a lot of these conversations, and now they all start, one fails, so that's
100%.
domino effect.
Yeah, because this is my theory: is you're not again. Like people think, when you get older, you get more injuries. It's because you've ignored yourself for so long. It's now built up to an injury. That's me. So 100%. When I tore my quad, the Christmas time, I was at my peak of lifting. I was hitting some big numbers. In January though, every session I felt really tired, but I just kept going and kept going. All I had to do was fucking take a week off.
Yeah.
And I tore my quad.
Yeah. And that was a slip of mind that when you did that.
And I torn the quad, got better quickly, because luckily it was in the muscle, not the tendon, or off the bone, thank God.
Yeah.
But I didn't learn. So then went back to didn't listen to my body again. And then obviously because of the overcompensation, my right leg overcompensated in the deadlift. And then I got sciatica. And now I'm rehabbing the sciatica by just, resting.
Yeah.
But I kept trying to be proactive every time for it. And then I kept pissing it off. And then my knee's gone, and I hurt my shoulder. This got a bit of impingement, but it's putting me on my knees for some reason, and it's because you're not fucking listening. And the great thing is, if you do not listen, the lessons get louder.
Yeah,
that's the big thing. But it's powerful. It's everything you do in life is a lesson. It's a reflection. It's trying to show you something. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you, and it's for you to wake the fuck up. And sometimes it's in different parts of your life. Like you said, you think you've got it. Yeah, I've probably got it mentally and emotionally. When it comes to physically, I haven't got it because I ignored it. I can recognize when I'm getting a little bit depressed, so I know where to go. But can I recognize when I'm physically fucking tired?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't.
But it's the same mechanism of just being aware of having that first thought of, is it something? And then following it through. Like you said, you're able to catch your triggers now. Emotionally. Same thing with lifting. Catch your body triggers. Catch those warning signs. Where something gets a little twingy, something gets a little pinchy. Why? Break it down and find out why. Because you're going to get more benefit from that breakdown and reassessing than you are grinding through.
Yeah.
And so we're going to come now towards the end of where are we at now? Yeah, so perfect. So I'm going to finish this podcast. You did your 3 peaks. Impressive. Blew the knee. Kept going. Very impressive. I'm going to come at you from a different angle. I'm going to come at you from the fact that it's not 100% positive. It's not definite. But the adversity that I faced no less than 72 hours ago is I had to come to the reality that there's a very significant chance I ate poop.
No. Right. Sack off my fucking what the fuck, brother?
Yep, this is where we're ending this one. And it's another story of adversity. As you know, I have a little child. Yes? Little children are like little bunny rabbits that just walk around, hop, hop, poop, poop, hop, hop, poop, poop, pee, pee. Food everywhere, crummies, trails, the whole lot. So you get used to seeing things on the floor, okay? So, Crispies, rice cakes, sweets, bits of things on the floor. Common occurrence. So your brain doesn't start to log them as much. You just pick them up and move on. Or like me, if it's food like sweets I found in the other day in my office, she'd left like 2 piles of sugary laces just on my desks around the office. I was like, oh, so pick them up, ate them. Because it's just sweeties she's left lying around. So do the same with like if she leaves stuff like rice cakes and things. So the other day, we're in the room, in her room. I've been tidying up, we're playing with the toys and stuff like that. Nothing to do with poop. There's no changing, nothing going on. So we're rocking around. She's got this little princess, like little in the corner. She's got this little princess hut. She's got her toys all outside. So she's dragged me into the princess hut. We've set up the Winnie the Pooh guard at the doors, so everything's sorted. And then we had a nice little play. Everything's cool. And then as we're coming out of the princess hut, we walk past the, security of Tigger and Pooh and Rabbit. And I thought, I'll just tidy up the rest of this room before we leave. And on the floor, I saw, a little bit of... Now, we regularly have in the house dark chocolate covered rice cakes or the Snacker Jack chocky rice cakes. I saw a little bundle of chocky rice cake on the floor. And I mean little, like 3 little puffs of it in like a little tripod of a cluster. A little 3-pod cluster. So it's like this big.
On the floor.
Tiny. Just on like the doorstep of the princess hut, because I've now moved the guards and things out the way. And I've got my hands full with all the toys, and I see the food on the floor, and I was like, little chocolate. I was like, well, that might be dark chocolate, that might be melty. And I just popped it in my mouth. Because this is right. Worst case is going to be stale rice cake.
Oh, bro.
And it was in there, and I was like, chomp. That's gritty. Didn't stop at the one chomp though. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Ooh, that tastes a bit earthy. Chomp, chomp, chomp. I think this might be poop. And so, never before have I come to a situation where I'm stood in the middle of the room, covered in children's toys, with the possibility of I just put poop in my mouth. Very old poop, obviously, as well. Also, how is the poop there?
Yeah, why is the shit there?
So that immediately is like my saving grace. Well, there's no way there's just poop on the floor, because that can't be possible. Because if there's poop on the floor, there'd be poopy smells in the room, the whole thing would be there. It's not. It's probably just a vegan sweet, because she is lactose intolerant. So we have tried her on some vegan little nutty things and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, it's one of those that's vile, because they don't taste good. They're vegans. They don't taste good. They don't taste good. You're faking it, or your taste buds are dying and it's all tasting good because they're dying. So I'm in denial at this stage. I'm like, well, there you go. Can't be. Then my brain, in its dad wisdom, goes, good points, Lex. But also, remember when she went through that phase a few days ago where you were changing a nappy and all she'd done is little cluster rabbit poos? Very dry, very nubbly, tiny little clusters
Little pebble ashes.
of pebbly rabbit poops. You might just ate one of those.
Bro.
Dude, you have never seen a man move faster towards a sink and a toothbrush and toothpaste and bleach and anything else.
That's disgusting, man. Did you swallow it?
No, so
Oh,
I'm swilling my mouth out and I'm spitting into the sink now with warm or hot water. I'm getting kind of that, right, heat, got to clean it, got to get it out. Oh. I'm spitting it into the sink and there's these little gritty pieces in the sink. So I'm like, well, that's not rice cakey. That's not a constituent. One of the ingredients on the back of a rice cake is not gritty pieces.
But pause. How big was this? Like an inch?
What?
The shit you ate.
Well, we don't know that it's. Let's live in a little bit of denial that we might still not be.
Okay.
It's not a big. We're not talking like Mars bar in a pool. I mean, I'm talking literally, you know, when you bite a Snacker Jack and a little corner piece falls off and it's like 3 little puff balls.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was. I thought it was just chalky rice
what?
cake, right? So now I'm like, oh, it is. It's just a vegan or a crappy or really old rice cake I was spitting out. I'm like, the grit's not good, but we can explain the grit because it's probably been there like 3 weeks. And you get, yeah, it just looked very brown, still like chocolatey rice cake. It's the only reason I popped it in the gob because it looked semi like it was not been there long. So I'm like, okay, it could just be that, could just be that. And I clean my mouth. And then still afterwards, I'm like, this tastes a lot like some of the nappy smell. Like, that's the only level my brain's given me.
Oh, bro.
It's not being like earthy, but it's like, this is more nappy than it is food. So now I have a bit stuck in my teeth still, and I go to pick it out. And as I go to pick it out, because I've swilled my mouth with hot water now,
Like a cold shiver.
it goes from being hard to now soft. And
Oh,
I'm
bro,
like,
pretty sick.
rice cakes don't go soft. Rice cakes don't go soft. I've eaten poop. Fresh toothbrush, scrub, mouthwash, multi-wash, the whole shebang. I'm drinking it because I'm trying to now kill anything that might have gone to my stomach. Okay, so I am now part man, part Aquafresh mouthwash.
Well, would be a great advert though, wouldn't it? That's disgusting, brother.
So we don't know. It's not 100%. It could have been a disgusting vegan treat. It could have been a stomped on, pre-chewed, spat back out piece of rice cake. Or I could have eaten poop. We will never know.
You do know, bro. You know it's shit.
We may never know.
We know. You know.
But it comes to a big point in your life, right? That was a key swing point of my not day, not week, month. I was like, nothing, regardless of this, if it is or is not, nothing is worse than what you've just done. And it set everything else that I was worrying about in my life in immediate perspective. And since then, I've been super productive.
See, if I ate shit prior to that peak, I'm going, this is nothing.
So, to end this podcast, if you want to boost your ability to be a self-advocating healer, you're going to improve your ability to heal and get past the silly things that have been holding you up, you can either climb 3 peaks with a gimpy knee. Just smack that kneecap with a hammer and off you go. And you'll
You just called my kneecap a gimp, bro. What the fuck?
Or... Shit.
Yeah. Is that the red pill or the brown pill? It's up to you.
Oh, so if you don't want to eat shit for the rest of your life, literally eat a little piece of poop, it'll put him in perspective. But yeah, there you go.
There's two lessons in life.
Very
Choose left
different
or right.
ways of learning the same lesson.
So what did it taste like? Nah, do you know what's even more weird? Why did you
Hang on.
pick it up and eat it? Like, why? I'd never do anything like that.
It's very nutty. It was, no, because that's what you do. When you've got little kids, you'll realise you go around cleaning up their snacks and you just eat them. And because she will literally just put something on the floor and forget about it and walk off, you'll often find like complete little rice cakes, little apple rice cake, little rice one. You just get, it becomes an easy habit. No matter what's going on, it all boils down to learn your lesson. You got to eat some shit.
Yeah. Eat shit to learn, not to eat shit.
So there you go. I hope that's helped you. And yeah, perspective. It's all about perspective and looking at the greater good. And I hope we've helped you visualize a way of doing that.
To know thyself is to not eat shit. Again, because you know thyself, it tastes like shit.
Eat shit once, shame on me. Eat shit twice.
Eat shit twice, you're full of shit.
We'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for joining us. Everybody's links and whatnots, if you need them, if you need to find Mitch, all in the description as always. If you haven't hit subscribe, please do. It really does help share, like this video's comments, anything you can do to help us fight the algorithm will be really appreciated. And we will catch you in the next one.
God bless. Toodle pip.